Welcome to Psychology Concepts Explained, and this is your host, Dr. C, professor of psychology for over 20 years and teaching only online classes for over 10 years. I hope you enjoy this podcast. This podcast is brought to you by coffee. Without coffee, this podcast would not be possible, so thank you, coffee. In this podcast, I want to give a brief overview of what to expect in a lifespan psychology class, and it's often called developmental psychology. There are many lifespan textbooks out there, and my particular podcast will follow textbooks written by Kathleen Berger, The Developing Person Through the Lifespan. I highly recommend that particular title. But the concepts that I will explain throughout the course should be found in any decent lifespan textbook. Most lifespan classes are organized by our human chronology. So we usually start off with major psychological theories that you may recall from your general psychology class. In the early parts of the class, you will also review the research methods that you love so much, and it's all really necessary to help us make sense of the research studies that will be looked at throughout the course. The basic universe of lifespan psychology is basically to look at how we as humans change physically, socially, and mentally, or we can say cognitively, throughout our lifetime. I know some people who see the term developmental psychology and just automatically assume that it's child development. But no, this course covers our entire lifespan, from conception, genetics, to death and grieving, and everything in between. Lifespan psychologists or developmental psychologists are not clinicians, but they're typically researchers focused on a particular age group or even a specific issue within that age group. So even though there may be well-known developmental psychologists you may have seen on TED.com talking about a specific issue, let's say like autism, that expert typically is not a clinician who treats patients, but they're researchers who study and publish articles that help us to understand that particular issue or topic. So, given that lifespan psychology at a community college level is often a requirement for nursing majors, it's great that you're learning about so many issues that affect us through our lifetime. A lot of the time, we have inaccurate information or stereotypes about people of a given age range or age group. And as future medical professionals, you will have, through this course, a better understanding of your patients and families that you will be working with in the future. So, your introductory to psych class gave you a foundation to understand how we think, feel, and behave, and lifespan class will help you to apply that foundation to understand us humans at every stage of life. And I hope you find that a terrific challenge in this course. Okay, that's it for now. Thanks for listening. This is Dr. C, and I'll talk to you soon. If you enjoyed this podcast, please follow me on anchor.fm/JackBTeaching. That's Jack, the letter B, in the word teaching. And you can reach me on Twitter. My handle is also @JackBTeaching. Thank you.